tools and technology used to locate and arrest suspects have made great strides over the last few decades, and that means that criminals are now finding new and crazier ways of escaping the law. Here are 7 times when the police had to outsmart criminal geniuses. Meet 41-year-old Joel Delgado, who on March the 7th of 2022 was transported to the Pulaski County Courthouse by police for a routine appearance in relation to drug trafficking charges. Joel was injured at the time of the transport and was in police custody because he was charged with shooting his girlfriend the week prior. Due to his crippling injuries, he had to be wheeled inside the courthouse by an officer. And you may be wondering how Joel got so severely injured, but before you ask, just watch the insanity that's about to unfold.
You're good. Good. What's up, young buck? You trying probation? No, okay. Maybe then your gas fee is hurt, maybe you can get out for it. My suit. What'd you say, OJ? My suit. Hey, you see a shoe back there? Where is it? Oh, I'm gonna catch you, baby. I'm gonna shoot your I ain't got my radio. Hey, can you call the police for me? Call the police for me. Hey, call the police. Call the police. What way it go? This way? Go! You got your phone? God damn. Hey, which way it go? This way? God damn. Hey, bro. Let me, which way you go? Nah, which way you go?
Went straight through the alley and cut that way.
What's in your phone? My damn radio came out.
Hold on. Damn, the other day I tried to come behind you and get him.
I don't know where he went. Hey, Dad, what I need to do?
They didn't sign the, what's the number?
501.
Yeah.
340 7050.
750?
Yeah. What was his name?
I don't know the white boy name. Damn, I tried to get him.
Hello? Hey, Huff. The wheelchair dude got up and ran. Yeah.
As it would turn out, Joel was a total maniac who'd been arrested for multiple heinous felonies in the past 3 years. In March of 2019, he was arrested and charged with theft by receiving after being caught driving a car that was reported stolen from a dealership just hours before. Upon being stopped, he became hostile, daring the police to shoot him before running away from the scene. He was finally caught weeks later and upon being arrested claimed that he'd purchased the car from a man who went by the name of New York. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison as a result, but was released on parole 4 months later. And the following year, in December of 2020, he was arrested for drug possession after being stopped by Walmart security for shoplifting $33 worth of items. During the pat-down, meth was found on his person, and then in July of 2021, he was found with even more meth in a backpack after police were called to his hotel room. He reportedly thrown a liquor bottle at his girlfriend and hit her in the knee after he'd flown into a jealous rage over another man. Joel was arrested that night and charged with DV assault and felony drug trafficking, and was arrested again in February of 2022 for felony residential robbery after he and 3 other people broke into a vacant room at an inn and refused to leave. Just 2 weeks after that, Joel shot his girlfriend 3 times in the stomach in a McDonald's parking lot. And according to the victim, who'd initially given the police false names for both herself and Joel, they'd gotten into an argument because she was tired of driving him around. She allegedly punched him in the face and then got out of the car, at which point he shot her through the car window, and for that he was charged with first-degree domestic battery, and all of that has led him to this moment where he's now facing a felony escape charge.
The wheelchair dude. I couldn't catch him here. Tim's had pulled off. Yeah. I can't even remember his name. He on the run. All right. Which way you go?
Keep straight to the right. In front of him, Here I go. Now, one of the inmates that took out running, I tried to help those.
Yeah.
All right, little man.
All right.
Hey, this
Yeah. Hey, he took off, man. The wheelchair dude ran. He had a neck brace on and all that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Didn't need that wheelchair very much, did he?
Hell no. Hey. Dude ran, man. Dude ran, man. Yeah, where's my radio? Yes, he did. Dude ran? Hell yeah. What? He took off? Yeah, right straight up this street. Oh, yeah, man. What? You're doing the wheelchair, man. Dude took off? Yeah, the wheelchair dude. I don't think of that. Hey. They say it went that way. We'll go a straight one. Hold up. We can't station with inmates. I can get off. This dang light turn. 272 day ran for it. Hold on, tell some, man. I already called. Oh. See, my radio had came off in here. We gone. That is dang light took you forever. Nah, he gone. I couldn't. There wasn't nothing wrong with it. He had a brake car. You couldn't catch him, nothing. He didn't have none of that on when he ran. No, he took it off and was gone. Yes. The feds. We can't go that way anyway. Drop the feds off. Or stay locked up. The dude.
While the deputy returned to the sheriff's department to accept his write-up slip, a BOLO alert was put out for Joel, causing East M's downtown campus to be placed on lockdown until he was found. Fortunately, this run didn't last nearly as long as his previous one, because he was arrested almost 3 hours later, about 7 miles away from the courthouse. Joel was successfully then placed back in jail and hit with 1 charge of felony escape, on top of a whole lot of other things. You do have to hand it to him, though. Waiting until the perfect moment requires patience and planning. But unlike him, the next suspect wasn't just patient. He was actually very smart, very charismatic, and a damn good liar.
I know, I'm not throwing you against them. Hey, you wouldn't believe what them guys do.
On April the 5th of 2006, Richard Lee McNair did something completely unheard of. Richard was supposed to be doing yard work that morning at the U.S. Penitentiary, which consisted mostly of repairing old mailbags, but instead he placed himself inside of an escape pod that he constructed that came with a breathing apparatus and then smuggled himself deep in the bin of mailbags. Hours later, the finished bin was taken and delivered to an external warehouse, where Richard then cut himself free and walked right out. Or more like jogged, as hours after his escape, he was stopped by an officer who saw him jogging along a railway track.
Temple. Is he you live around here, buddy?
No.
Where you live at?
Down the road by Pineville.
Pineville?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you have any form of identification on you?
No, man.
What's your name?
Robert Jones.
Robert Jones?
Uh-huh. Why, I'm not supposed to be on the track?
No, that's not the problem right now. What's your address?
I don't have an address. I'm at the hotel. We're working on houses and stuff like that, the roofing.
Roofing?
Yep.
Okay.
For my brother.
All right. What is, we got an escapee.
Oh, Where from?
Prison.
Oh, prison here?
Yeah.
Man, it's hot.
Hey, this is Carl. The subject wear glasses? Nothing about glasses. Can you find out? I'm out with a white male on the tracks at Gilly Williams.
You can call my little brother.
Where about? Take your glove off. Any tattoos or anything? Flip it over. No, no, he's clean.
I don't know this. Jesus. I'm 50 years old.
How old is your guy? You're how old?
50. I was born in 56.
What color you got?
Green, well, kind of a turquoise blue.
Turquoise blue?
Yeah.
You want to give me some more?
Call my little brother, man.
You right? No, it's not. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's short hair. My guy's got skin cut hair. He's got a beard, well, a goatee like. How old is that picture? Yeah, I know. I got the same thing, and you can't see shit on it. What kind of scar? Okay. All right. Let me just verify. He says his brother's staying at the motel. Let me verify that, and if so, I'll just cut him loose. All right. Thanks.
I guarantee I'm not.
You know the bad thing about it?
What's that?
You'll match it up to him.
Well, that sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah. Where are you staying at?
That Titusville or Titus Inn? Titus Inn? Little old.
Where's that at?
I don't even know the address. We just got into town about a week ago, and he dropped me off to jog. I always jog about 12 miles a day.
Where'd he drop you off at?
Up there on that road by, there's some construction going on up there, some houses. And he dropped me off, and he'll be back to the hotel in about probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Who do y'all work for?
It's his.
I know. What's the name of the company?
Phil's Roofing.
Now, I will admit that Richard is good, but that's probably because this isn't his first rodeo. The story of Richard begins in November of 1987 when he shot 2 men during an attempted burglary, killing one of them. And as a result, he was sentenced to life in prison. But he clearly didn't plan on doing that because he slipped his cuffs at the police station by lubricating them with lip balm. This was his first escape attempt, which he ended by jumping from the 3rd floor of the building to the ground below, where he was promptly rearrested. It's a rocky start, but his plans would quickly become more efficient and complex. While awaiting trial, he was caught red-handed before he could execute another escape attempt. Guards found that he had chipped 2 cinder blocks out of a wall of his cell, behind which they found a flashlight, a string of knotted sheets and towels. And following this incident, he was sentenced and placed at the North Dakota State Penitentiary. Just 4 years later, he managed to successfully escape with 2 other prisoners by crawling through the prison's ventilation system. Once out, he then grew his hair long, dyed it blonde, and remained on the run from October of 92 to July of 93, when he was captured in New York. And then during the 10 months that he was free, he actually had the gall to send the warden a Christmas card.
Did you go through a briar patch or something?
Well, yeah, roofing. I always roof in shorts and cut my scratching up on, the roofing.
That's
stuff.
why your knees are all cut up?
Yeah.
Or y'all got pads?
Huh?
Y'all wear pads?
Hell no, too hot. They the pads rub your back of your legs and stuff.
Where are you from?
Huh? Where originally? Dallas, Texas.
I mean, that's where y'all
That's
stay
where we're out of.
out of Dallas, Texas? And what's your name again?
Jimmy Jones.
Put yourself in my position.
Well, yeah, but I'm not.
I know. I'm not throwing you against some.
Escaping?
Hey, you wouldn't believe what them guys do.
Okay.
I mean, they got years and years to think about how they're gonna do it. Now, when I crossed the tracks down there, I saw you running. I said, "Well, how lucky can I be?"
No. I'm not no prison escapee.
How far you got to jog to?
Pineville, hopefully he's on these tracks. I'll jog.
You gonna hit?
Huh?
Oh, you don't know where you're at?
Yeah, I'm at Ball.
No, I'm talking about you don't know where you're at as far as how far away you are from Pineville.
Well, I would say it's 8 miles.
I'm trying to think where you're gonna hit out at.
Well,
Procter & Gamble.
Right through Pineville, right?
Right, you're gonna be right there at Procter & Gamble.
Walmart and all that stuff.
That's
Yeah.
where you.
So,
Where's y'all's motel at?
okay, let me think now, because like I say, Phil always drives. Okay, Walmart's right there. Go right at Walmart, and there's a road. Is it 165?
Right.
165 that goes south, and we're about 2 blocks, 3 blocks.
Code 4.
Little old tiny hotel. I mean, it's clean, but it's family owned.
Little old tiny hotel.
Yeah, like a motel deal. You park up there, and there's we got a camper, and we were trying to get into the camper place, but we didn't get into the camper place yet. There's a camper place between, I think, Pineville, and what's the next town?
Alexander?
No, Alexander's the other way.
We got Ball, Pineville, Tioga.
I think that's Tioga. There's a little, you drive down the road down, and there's a place for campers and stuff. And that's where we usually stay, but we couldn't get in there. I promise you, I'm not no damn prison escapee.
You'd have done run by now. You know that yourself. You'd have done run by now.
No. Well, if you can't verify me, I'll be at
Did you see anybody or anything?
There's some kids up there playing.
That's all you saw?
Yeah, the kids. Was that you that blew your siren?
There's
a siren, and then some kids were screaming, some little kids playing on the tracks. And the guy
probably told them to get off of them.
Oh, did you?
Well,
can I jog on them? Because
I don't care, personally.
That's the only way I know how to get back.
Don't get run over by a train.
There isn't any. That's why I picked this.
I'm sure you can hear him way in advance.
Yeah, but that's why these are rusted, right?
What, a train?
They go down this road?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. See, I saw it rusted, and I thought, hell, I can jog on this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, they'll come. Not as much as our other track. Other track about every
Thank
hour.
You, sir. I'm sorry to have to hold you up, but...
Hey, no, I'm just doing my job, man.
I know you are.
But, Yeah, just be careful. You'll probably get stopped again. Okay. Don't be alarmed by it. Borderline. Yeah.
Okay, you'll be on till this shift.
I'll be on until we find this on gun.
Well, my dad's an auxiliary detective.
Where at?
In Dallas.
Oh, okay.
The posse is what they call it.
Yeah.
He's 70 years old and he's been doing it since '63.
Still enjoys it.
Man.
Yeah.
But if somebody else stops me, I just have them call.
I mean, they gonna go through the same spiel and everything with
they
you.
Can call you.
But yeah, I mean, don't be alarmed by it. Don't be upset about it. You know, they'll just stop you for a minute, check you out and everything. But if you do jog again in the future, carry some ID with you.
See, I'm sorry. When I was in the military, we never carried our ID on base and stuff. So.
On base is different.
Yeah,
you know, they assure you if you can cross on, you got something.
Yeah.
But out here, you're in civilian life, you know.
Were you in the military?
No, I wasn't.
I'm retired Army.
But yeah, in the future, if you're gonna jog again, that way, I mean, if you get run over by a train, I know who you are. I don't have to start second guessing who he is, you know.
Can you write down your phone number, your cell phone number, so I can have whoever calls you?
Just call. You got a cell phone with you?
No, hell no. I don't even have a cell phone or anything.
Just call 911 is all you got to do, and they'll get a hold of us.
All right.
That's our quick line there.
Have a good day now.
Be careful, buddy.
Thank you.
All right.
Following the encounter, Richard jogged away to freedom and while on the run used the name of a former prison warden to purchase a cell phone, mocking him once again. After the police realized their mistake, the department attributed the mix-up to the fact that they were referring to a grainy and low-quality photo of Richard to identify him. And in the following weeks, a $25,000 reward was authorized for his capture, and he was added to the U.S. Marshals 15 Most Wanted list. As the first person to escape federal prison since 1991, prison psychologists determined through tests that Richard had an above-average intelligence, and retired police sergeant Mike Knoop even described Richard as the kind of guy who would steal your car, sell it back to you, and you'd think that you got a heck of a deal. And he must have been right, as somehow Richard would use his charisma to secure a vehicle and make it all the way across the border to New Brunswick, Canada. It was there that he was finally located during a traffic stop in October of 2007, a full year and a half after his escape. This time, Richard was taken to a maximum security prison in Florence, Colorado, where he sat eerily quiet ever since. Something tells me that's not the last time we're going to hear from Richard, but hopefully for everyone's sake, the police never have to see this next suspect ever again in life.
Spell it. Hold on, dude.
Are you guys over here? You pull the rest.
Oh, come on, dude. I'll let you out right now.
On July the 15th of 2023, police were called in reference to a man who was wandering through the backyards of a neighborhood and attempting to talk to children. The suspect was later identified as 42-year-old Wesley Anderson, and as soon as the officer confronted him, it became apparent that something was off.
What's up, man?
112 will be out on Laverne.
I went for a jog. I didn't drink water in there.
I
I
didn't.
think it was such a good idea. I probably should have listened to it.
Just for 113.
What's it?
I got a little bit hydrated, and I said,
Yeah, we're out with them at Laverne and Night. What's that? Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I got hot, and I was like, I was in his yard that I got dropped for. Then I'm like, I just pick up sticks and do that, straight through. And these two guys started following me. I'm like, why are you guys following me for? I don't know. I think you guys I just got really parched. You have any water by chance?
I don't, Jim. I don't have any water. Sit down. Take a break. Sit down.
You need to, mate. Oh my God.
Yeah, sit down.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I live right here in town.
Where about?
I live on Myrtle. I don't know if
On Myrtle?
I live on Myrtle. Oh my God. Hey, I had an idea to go Ryan. You from Grays Lake, aren't you?
No.
You're not. You guys have somebody on your
No.
some of your pictures. One of your guys is from Grays Lake, aren't they?
No.
No, not like from Grays Lake Forest, but like.
Oh,
like
no.
High school. It's so hot.
You went out for a jog?
I jog all the time. Yeah.
Dressed like that?
You know, yeah.
The hoodie and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're wearing dress pants and like loafers.
These are my running shoes. Like,
Seriously?
yeah, I'm smoking. What was that? What's with the swimming guy? That was found in the backyard with my daughter. So I threw on my head. I forgot around there. Right? Started jogging. I was gonna go jog down to the big house in the back, and which is a half mile of the big house from my house. And
Okay.
so I do a mile. I got a little hot. And I pushed a little further. Like, oh God. But yeah, these guys probably thought I was whack job.
Yeah, who was following you?
So there's when I came out of this, I was looking at a job over at her downspout. I did her downspout for her. It's on his road, which I want to say there's one up there, one up that way.
Okay.
There was a hippie guy in the backyard. He was like burning some weed in the backyard. So I'm like, hey bro, what you guys there? And he didn't say nothing. He was kind of out of there. I'm like, what's this guy's problem? So I hopped over the fence, which was like 2 feet tall. I'm like, hey bro, and he scared the shit out of me. Like, oh, holy fuck. I'm like, dude, I'm just wanting to let you know, like, you only have 2 foot tall fence and you're sitting on your back instead of burning. He's like, oh man. He's like, oh, well, that's cool, thanks, man. I'm like, yeah, just want to let you know. I'm like, I'm Wes. And he's like, yeah, I can't remember what he said his name was. And then I came out, I'm like, all right, take it easy. But obviously it was like kind of awkward that he's like, so I walked on the driveway and I was like, that was weird. And I started walking. I did another job 2 houses down, so I cut into their backyard where I did the downspouts to see if I finished them. I don't finish the like the tails ever usually.
Okay.
Like you know, the like 15-foot extension. So I cut into another yard. When I came back, he had two of the neighbors were with him. They were like, hey, I'm like, what's going on, guys? Like,
What's your you look familiar.
Wes Anderson.
What's your last name?
Anderson.
And Wes Anderson. Why do you look familiar?
You watch porno? I fought professionally for a little bit. And I'm on Pell's Village Most Wanted all the time. I don't know if I'm wrong or not.
What's your ass? Where do you live?
From Fontana. Myrtle. So between Daisy and Chicago on top of the hill. That fucking piece of shit that's rotting away.
So how did you get here? You ran here?
Cool. You live here? Hey,
Yeah.
42 dollars?
You ran here?
Yeah. Cassiope? Is it Cassiope?
Yeah.
What's your
What's your birthday?
12/8/80. Your family wrestle? I know some Cassiopes.
Not that I know of.
One in Iowa right now.
In Iowa?
One in Iowa that's at University of Iowa, but they're off of Burlington on Cassiopes. It's real tough. They even have a daughter that likes to too.
Really?
No, I have. Dude, you guys have something.
Just have a seat. Have a seat. So you don't fall over.
I'm okay. I just parched.
Did you take some bad
No.
No? What happened?
No.
How old are you?
I got locked out of my hotel last night.
Oh, okay.
I got locked out of my hotel.
Okay.
Did I have a warrant?
What?
Did I have a warrant? I don't care.
Do you have a warrant?
Did I have a warrant? I don't care. You guys take it. I was going to run or something.
Whereas Wesley seemed to be in a jovial and lighthearted mood, all of that swiftly changed when he realized he was going to go to jail. Even though the officers informed him that this was the case before they transported him to the hospital, Wesley still flipped out when they tried to place him in a squad car following his release from the medical facility.
Wes, I don't want you to take a crap here. I really don't. No, don't.
No, I'm going to put it down. No, hey, this. Should you leave it down or up? You're going to have to clean it up anyway, so. You leave it down or up?
Dude, like I said, we would have been halfway.
Hey, up or down? Up or down? You think? Up? You sure? Okay.
Okay.
Up higher?
Turn on it. Yeah. We're gonna be more comfy, all right?
3 times?
Sure.
Honestly, never broke out, right?
How'd you break your collarbone?
I'm just trying to think what's the minutes for your mom. I'm shitting here. I'm just telling you. Hey, I'm not. Look at me. You all know this. I'm gonna poop in here.
Come on,
look at me. I'm gonna poop in here. I'm gonna poop inside here. I'm not kidding. I'm not threatening you. I'm not being a dick. I'm gonna shit inside here. You're gonna humiliate me. So, thank you.
No reason.
Okay.
No reason to humiliate you.
Hey, let's go. Hey, no reason to humiliate you either, Lucy. Let's get in here. Oh, ready? Can you help me?
What's wrong?
On my foot, right?
Why are you trying to put your hands in the front?
It's cool. I'm gonna get off my foot.
Stop it, man. Stop. Stop it. Listen, can you notify state and get us a unit? We're northbound 294, coming up to Lakewood Road. Our prisoner got his handcuffs in front. He's acting erratically. Hold on, man. Listen, stop. I'm pulling over. All right, hold on. Hold on, man. Listen. 1 mile. 1 mile. I'm getting off. 1 mile. Wait, 1 mile. Come on, man. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, there it is. There it goes.
1 mile.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Look at it. Look at it.
1 mile, man. Come on.
Yeah. Look at it.
Go ahead.
Look at it. Smell it.
Hold on, dude.
Are you guys still rolling or are you still running?
Oh, come on, dude. I'm gonna let you out right now.
Asshole, dude.
Come on. You got gloves? Come on. We're gonna let him get out. Come here, grab him. You got to open the door.
Hey, you man. Give me some of the white man. Give me some of the white man. Come on.
Come on.
Give me some of the white man. That turn taking off, man. Give me a glove. Give me that glove from white man.
Do you have keys on you?
Glove.
Hold on. Watch it, Chris. Here. Here. Now get on the car, though. Here. Get out of the car. Do it over here.
There can you provide a mouth hub?
10-9.
God, dude.
Can you provide a mouth hub?
So good.
Why'd you do it? 10-9.
Do you have a mile marker?
Come on, man. Huh?
You want that?
Huh?
Open my pants. Pull my pants up, dude.
Okay, did you see that?
And while it may seem like the worst thing imaginable, Wesley was not done yet. In fact, that was only phase 1 of his escape plan, and it would only get worse from there.
Come on.
We're over here.
I appreciate you out of your way. I'm going to tell you that.
You're right. What the fuck? You just want to do it. Do it, dickhead. I told you like that. You want me to help you? I want you to know. I want you to let me go to the bathroom. That's all. Shit out of there, dude.
You good? You good?
I'm not going back in there.
Huh?
I'm not going back in there. I'm not going to sit and clean the shit out. Right?
I ain't cleaning this shit.
Cool. I don't want to leave you.
Okay, turn around, face the wall. Come on.
Do it, please.
Just chill out, okay?
I chill out, man.
Okay, chill out.
I can't. I'm in handcuffs. This much, yeah. Please don't do that shit. I swear to God, man.
Huh?
Don't let me shit.
Hold on.
Good. How did you do that to me, man? I really know your sister or something?
No, but here's the thing. We get in trouble because Lutheran General Hospital, they treated you, right? They checked you out, and then they released you. When they release you, you're no longer a patient of theirs. I mean, you can't use any of their facilities. They can't give you medicine. That's the problem. They wanted you out of
I was
there.
in the emergency room.
Bro, they wanted you out of there. It's not our house. It's not our place. We can't say do whatever you want. You're at our holding facility. Let them like do whatever you want.
What's that?
People getting a little bit behind the door here, so it's fine.
Yeah. Turn around. Right here. Oh, no.
Between
No,
the doors.
no.
What do you want me to do?
Right here. Right here.
Turn around so I can. I'll send a block here.
Control.
Yeah. In the middle of the highway, I know.
You blocked like spot here, so
Sure.
I was gonna go between the cars.
I'm not letting you puke in the...
Between the doors.
No. Do it right here. You gotta go? Do it right here.
I'm crazy in the car.
Sorry, dude. Okay?
Wesley had rather cleverly come up with an excuse to get the officers to back off of him, and as soon as they were far enough away, he initiates phase 3, getting the hell out of Dodge.
You stand back.
He's southbound. He's in the median. Someone stop him over there. All right. Watch out! Mile marker. Holy. Mile marker 52. Oh, he just carjacked somebody. He just carjacked somebody. He's going southbound.
He carjacked somebody in a road GMC van.
You guys okay?
Yeah, we just got.
You guys are busy.
They're on the way. They're on the way.
Got it.
They're on the way.
Thank
You guys okay though?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay, you guys good? Okay. What?
Where are we going?
Yeah.
But they, I guess he stole another car now. You hear that?
Oh, he did?
He's in a Camaro now. Over off Sanders Road or somewhere.
Jesus.
I think that's where they're going.
Okay. It stinks in there.
We're all driving around in circles, so.
Yeah.
Gene and
Gene just called me. He said, we're going to Alexander's. I said, I'm pulling in right now.
yeah, I saw them. They were still going on there.
A few blocks down the road, Wesley had decided the red van just wasn't cool enough, so he got out, attacked and carjacked another person, and sped off with their white Camaro. From there, he kept on driving until crossing the border into Kenosha County, Wisconsin, where police were already awaiting for his arrival. And after a 4-minute high-speed pursuit, officers were able to use the vehicle's OnStar system to remotely stop the car's engine. Wesley would then be ordered out of the car at gunpoint and rearrested, and was subsequently transported to the hospital again, where he tried to escape again and had to be restrained again. Following his release, he was extradited back to Illinois, where he was charged with driving a vehicle without consent, first-degree recklessly endangering safety, attempting to flee or elude an officer, attempting to disarm law enforcement, and 2 counts of battery on a police officer. His bond was set at a measly $150,000. When you're outsmarted by a guy who takes a dump in his own pants, you know it's time to go home for the day, but it's arguably more embarrassing when you're a law enforcement officer who doesn't know the law.
That's not a crime. That's not a crime. He's looking at you because he's like, what the f*** do you want me to do?
While Corporal Michael Prish was on patrol in Little Egg Harbor, New Jersey, he noticed a young man give him the middle finger as he drove by. Rather than take the high road and ignore it, the corporal turns right around and goes back to confront the suspect.
Little Egg, I'm gonna be on a mail subject. Radio by Rivercrest.
Why are you giving me the finger?
What? What's your problem? What?
Why you giving me the finger?
I'm walking away.
Huh?
Am I free to go?
Why you giving me the finger?
Am I free to go?
No. Come
For
here.
what reason?
Why you giving me the finger?
I'm free to go. Am I free to go?
What's your problem?
Am I free to go?
No.
What, do you have a problem?
No.
Do you have a problem?
No.
You don't have a problem, then I can leave.
Why you giving me the finger when you're walking? Huh? Come here.
I'm free to go.
No,
Walk
you're
the walk.
Get over here.
What?
Get over here.
Why?
Because.
Is that a lawful order?
Yeah.
For what reason?
Because you're giving me the finger.
That's legal.
No, it isn't.
Says who?
Says it all.
Pull up the law.
Huh?
Pull up the law.
What's your name?
What's the law?
What's your
What's
name?
the law?
What's your name? How
What's the
old
law?
are you?
I Have a good one.
Whatever.
What? You are.
Come here.
I'm afraid of you.
Come here. Get over here. Get over here.
What?
Get over here.
I'm not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, you are. You just cursed me off.
That's not a crime.
Yes, it is.
Says who?
Says me.
Says who?
Turn around. Come on.
Bro, that is not a crime.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Why are you cursing me?
It's not a crime.
What's your name?
It's not a crime.
What's your name?
Help! Help!
No help.
Help! Help!
Yo.
Help!
It should be common knowledge that in the United States, a person has the First Amendment right to freedom of speech and expression. This right also covers gestures that convey a certain message, such as the middle finger. The only punishable exceptions to the First Amendment are incitement, defamation, fraud, obscenity, child pornography, fighting words, and threats. Seeing as the suspect didn't do any of those things by flipping the officer the bird, Corporal Prish had no right to stop him, but he apparently thought so as he proceeded to detain the suspect and then turned off his body camera until a backup officer arrives moments later.
Right now because I was cursing at him. And he said,
You're being detained. Because you're acting strange.
what? That's not legal.
It is legal. He's allowed to detain you until he performs his
So what am I
investigation.
doing though? What am I doing that made him detain me? What legal right?
Every time I rode by him twice, he shot me the finger. So I turned around and said, "Well, you're
Is that a crime?
problem." Then he tells me
That's
this
not a
is
crime.
causing public disturbance. Then he
That's
tells
not,
me to
no, that's not a
f off, pig.
yeah, off, big. That's not a crime. That's not a crime. He's looking at you because he's like, what the f do you want me to do? Because it's not a crime. I know my rights.
Who are you?
I don't have to say any of that.
You do if you're being detained.
What's that?
You do if you're being detained.
For what reason?
What
What legal reason am I being detained for?
Where are you coming from and where are you?
What legal reason am I being detained for? I need to know that. Legally, I need to know that.
Why are you shooting me the finger? Why are you?
Is that illegal?
Why are you the bird? Yes, it is. It's causing a public disturbance and a public alarm if you are cursing.
So
in
a
public.
single one.
When you are cursing in public, you are causing a public disturbance. You're being a nuisance to the public.
In what way? When he was driving past? That's singular. Well, I'd like to see you guys prove it in court.
It's called causing a public disturbance.
I know
okay,
the law.
By being a nuisance.
I know the law.
All right. So at that point, what he is doing is he's not saying you're being charged with anything. At that point, he's detaining you to make sure that there is nothing wrong.
Make sure you're okay.
Make sure that you're okay.
What reason does he need to detain me?
He thought maybe he thought you were signaling him down. I'm not sure.
That I was doing what?
Were you signaling to him?
No, you knew very well that I wasn't signaling to you, right? I wasn't signaling.
Well, you bring attention to yourself.
That's not single.
You're acting strange. I'm making sure you're okay.
Dude, that's so funny. Like, you're not here for my safety. You're not trying to protect me.
How do you know?
You're walking to the side of the road and you're cursing and you're flipping the bird.
Once at him. I gave him the finger once. That will not hold up.
Do you know him?
That will not hold up in a court of law. That will not hold up in a court of law. I know my rights.
Do you know him?
It's not your business.
Do you know him?
It's not your business. I
It is
plead the
my
fifth.
business.
I plead the fifth then. You guys make nothing out of something.
By you cursing and using vulgar gestures,
So what's the First Amendment for?
It's causing a public disturbance.
What's the First Amendment for?
Okay. The First Amendment is for your freedom of speech. Okay.
Okay.
What does that have to do with?
Was I making
using
a call to
gestures?
action? Was I making a call to action? Was I? Was I like
When you're
threatening
acting-
you in any way? Did I threaten you?
Do you understand?
You know what a call to action is?
Do you understand that you're
Call-
acting?
Is that a call to action? Am I calling for an action to be done against you?
Do
No.
you understand that it is?
attention to
Listen,
yourself to
listen,
get
listen, listen.
That's not legal.
It's behavior that's out of the ordinary.
I understand how it works.
So
but
therefore,
legally,
he
it
stopped
would not
to talk
hold.
to you. Clearly, if you stopped all the way back there, I'm assuming you guys were back there and you just
We
continued
went
to
back
walk.
a bit further
You
back.
just continued to walk.
I wasn't running. I told you that I was free to go, and you all
I
of a
said
sudden.
stop, and you ran down here. That's
I wasn't running. I was walking.
Once he
So
gives an
let's-
order
let's
for
be
you to
honest here.
stop, you're supposed to stop.
I did stop when he originally said it, but I was asking, is it
And then he
illegal?
told me
Is it
to
a
F
lawful?
off, and he took off.
Yeah, because I kept walking because you weren't pursuing at the first. You
All
only
right.
started pursuing because I
So
said.
this-
you, Big. That's when you got a little upset.
The backup officer, in a rather weak attempt to defend his colleague, tried to spin the narrative to say that the suspect was signaling to the officer to get his attention, but even small children know what the middle finger means, and it's in no way a signal for assistance. If anything, it's a sign that you should probably stay away.
So
He got his panties in the
listen,
pants.
we're here at this point now, okay? You've brought the attention to yourself, you caused the public alarm.
Yep.
So now...
Well,
what
I'd like
we
to
are
see
doing-
you legally hold
so now
that
what we
in
are
court,
doing,
because...
I'm not charging you with anything, so I
Well,
don't
I
legally
would-
need to hold anything in court.
Well,
Okay, what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out why you're walking on the side of the road, okay, and why you are continuing to signal to a police officer.
I wasn't signaling.
Okay.
See, now you changed the story. Now you're changing the story. Was I signaling, or which one was it?
So what
'Cause
were
now
you
you're-
doing?
Well, I want to know from your perspective. What was I
pulled up onto the scene, so you tell me what you were doing.
Bring you attention.
I played the fifth. You idiot. You're a idiot, dude. How long have you been a cop? 6?
Longer than you.
Listen.
Longer than you? I'm not a cop, retard.
Listen.
Longer than you've been alive.
You're f***ing retarded,
Listen.
bro.
Listen.
Yep.
What? Like, what? I don't understand what the point of this is.
I'm walking. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's the Fourth Amendment to be allowed to walk without seizures or anything like that.
You
Which
sure?
is-
Are
yes.
you sure that's the Fourth Amendment?
That's the Fourth Amendment.
You sure that's the Fourth Amendment? You
You
sure?
want to bet money on it?
You sure that's for the Fourth Amendment? It gives you the right to walk without seizure. What's going to be seizured while you're walking?
My body, my person, idiot.
I'm seizing you? Did anybody
Yes, yes, you were about to.
Come on.
You were about to.
Listen.
He said I was going to be under arrest.
He said you were
I said
detained.
stop.
You said you were
Or you're gonna
detained.
be arrested.
So now what
Yeah,
happens?
so
now what happens?
he just admitted that
now
he
what
was going
happens
to
is when
arrest
he
me.
gives you a lawful order to stop, and you do not
It wasn't
stop.
a lawful order, though.
And you do not stop.
It legally was not a lawful
and you
order.
do not stop, then that becomes a criminal offense, and then yes, you can be put under
But
arrest.
it's not a lawful order. Then I take it to court, and then he'd get sued, and I get
Maybe.
punitive damages. I'd be rich as. Is that what you want?
That
Oh,
may,
you don't know the
that
law,
may
buddy.
be what happens.
You don't know the law.
That's going to happen.
All right.
That may be what's going to happen. It may not be what happens. Okay.
Okay, I
What may
understand.
happen is
All right, so
is
what
you
are we
may get
wasting
a
time
normal
for?
jury,
Am I free to go?
What
Am I
may
free to
happen
go?
is you may get
Am
a
I free to
normal
go?
jury. No, because at this point
For what reason?
you were detained. Okay, because he told you to stop
Okay.
and you didn't stop.
Okay.
So therefore, you need to identify yourself as a part of the investigation. So what is your name?
Okay, I'm gonna need all of your badge numbers.
I will give you everything written down on a card.
What's your rank?
I'll give it all to you
What's
on a
your
card.
rank?
Patrolman. I'm
What's
a
your rank?
patrolman. That's my rank. Patrolman.
Patrolman.
Okay.
And you?
Okay.
Interesting.
So, what is your
I can
name?
give you.
If you have an ID, that's perfect.
Am I? Okay. I'll take it to court
you have
because
an
this
ID,
is still a detainment.
Are you a juvenile?
This is an illegal detainment,
Are
so
you
I
a
can
juvenile?
still. I'm not going to answer that.
You have to answer.
Why?
Because you're being detained.
I said I'll give you my ID, buddy.
Are you a juvenile?
You saw me.
No. Okay, so
Better.
because it has to be handled a little bit differently. That's all. If you're a juvenile, I have to call your parents and I have to advise them that I'm out with you and that I'm speaking.
Go ahead,
with you.
Piggy.
That's all it is. Okay.
He's such a pig, bro.
So what does that make you?
Not a pig. Dude, this is illegal. This is illegal, buddy.
While handing over his ID may seem like submission, it was actually a smart move on the suspect's part, because he knew that if he didn't give his ID, they would pounce on the opportunity to arrest him for failing to identify. So he let them run his information, and then afterwards his license was returned and he was finally released from the scene.
When you cause a public disturbance and a public alarm and you become a nuisance to the public, okay,
You'll legally have to prove that I was a nuisance
When
to
you're
the public.
standing-
How will you do that? How will you do that? I just want to hear
camera systems. Okay, so when he goes by in the car, okay, and he sees you doing what you're doing,
And what was
that's
I
all
doing?
Gonna be there.
And what part of that caused a disturbance? That's what I'm trying to legally understand. I don't understand. Is that a body camera?
That's what it is.
Perfect, perfect. Tuckerton doesn't have them, you know that? Tuckerton's been on back order for months. Because I have a lawsuit against them, that's why. And I wish they'd have body cams. I would love if they had body cams. And it takes out the bad cop. That's what it's for. It's not for the good cop. It's for the bad cop. Well, to protect the good cops as well.
It's for all of us.
To take out the bad cops.
It's for all of us.
Right.
It's for all of us. It's for everybody that's involved in the situation. Okay?
Appreciate it.
There you go. Okay. Now, listen, if you have any problems or anything, you want to come down, you want to talk to somebody, our supervisors are always there as well. Okay?
Well, I'm going to
And
take
you
a
can do
lawsuit.
that.
So who would I press criminal charges against? For what?
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to
police
call.
officers.
You're gonna have to call and figure that out with a lawyer.
I don't need to answer that. I'm asking you, where would I go to press charges against a police officer?
You would have to
come down and file a complaint with
It's
the
at
courts.
this police station?
You would have to file a complaint with the courts.
Got it.
Okay? And then you can go from there if you want to see if you can press charges and whatnot if you
Perfect.
violated your rights.
Appreciate it.
Okay?
All right, am I free to go?
Give us fingers.
Shut the f up.
Stay out of the roadway. Stop causing a public alarm.
Dude, shut the f up. Am I
Stop
free to go?
cursing.
Am I
You're free to go.
Stop cursing. Go f-
You're free to go.
The officers and the suspect part ways without incident, and it's unclear if the case was taken any further. The good old corporal here is gonna have a hard time explaining that one to his superior, and likewise, the next officer was put in a similar position after he came face to face with an officer's worst nightmare, an auditor.
Now,
You can't put your foot there. You cannot put your foot there to restrict this.
Congratulations, you just earned the state of South Carolina a humongous lawsuit.
On September the 22nd of 2023, 21-year-old First Amendment Auditor John Medaglia III went to New Ellington City Hall and began filming throughout the hallways of the building. At one point, he was approached by the chief of police, who wasn't very happy about John recording in the public. The interaction was caught on both John's cell phone and the chief's body camera.
What are you in the middle of?
Recording.
Recording.
That one right there.
Oh, you want the history of New Ellington?
I'm sorry?
You want the history of New Ellington?
Maybe a little bit of it, wherever I can find in the public areas in here, yeah.
Okay, there's a library over there and give you all of it.
Okay, thank you. I did see that actually when I pulled up.
Okay.
From that way.
Show me out at my police department with a gentleman who is recording on the inside of the building. No, sir.
Are you?
Restricted area.
It's where does it say that?
Okay.
Yeah, where okay.
Sir, if you don't mind, please, exit.
I do. That's
Exit, please.
No, thank you.
I'm only going to give you one more opportunity.
And then what's going to happen?
Exit the building.
No, thank you. As soon as I'm done.
Come on, sir. Please.
Excuse me.
Please.
Excuse me.
Let's
Please
exit,
don't touch
please.
me.
Let's exit, please, sir.
Can I have
Sir,
your name and badge number?
I'm Chief Middleton.
Okay.
My badge number is 200. Okay.
So why are you?
You can please
why
exit.
Are you putting your hands on me?
I'm going to exit you out of the building.
Okay. No, you're
okay.
not. You
No, I
just
did not assault you and did this.
You did not assault
Just
me.
like
You
this.
battered me. You
Let's go.
battered me. That's unnecessary battery.
Sir, please exit our building. This is enough.
No, thank you. I'm going to walk by now.
You're not going to walk by.
So why are you
Okay.
doing this? You came up to me and put your hands on me.
What is your agenda here?
What is my agenda?
That's right. What are you doing?
I don't need to tell you.
You say you were doing history. So you record that.
That's
you can
more
go to the
information
library.
than I need to give you.
Okay. If you don't mind, I would like for you to exit this building.
I do. I already
Okay.
told you that like 4 times.
All right. You under arrest?
Sir.
Now you're trespassing on public property.
Look, trespassing on public
Yes,
property.
I gave you.
Trespassing on public property. Do you guys see this?
I gave you plenty of opportunity, sir.
Public property is defined as any buildings or land owned, leased, or occupied by any department or agency of the state or instrumentally wholly owned by the state or by any county or municipality or other local government entity. And is, as the name would suggest, open to the public, meaning anyone. South Carolina Legislature Section 432630. One could only be considered trespassing if they were somewhere without permission or without legal privilege, which in the case of public property would only be outside of operating hours, or in the case that the suspect did something to get themselves banned. South Carolina Legislature 158210. Seeing as John was there peacefully recording during normal business hours, the officer didn't have the authority to falsely trespass him from the building.
I want you to think about what you're doing right now.
No, you're making things more difficult than what it is.
Think about what you're doing.
I would like for you to exit the building. You're recording in here.
Yep.
This is the police department.
Yep. Now where are we going to take this?
You're going to go on the
This ought to
outside.
be fun for you.
And then you're going to leave.
No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to step right back in as soon as you take these cuffs off of me because you know you're making a mistake right now.
I asked you to exit, and you did not exit.
Look, this is going to be a legal search and seizure.
It's not a legal search and seizure.
Oh, why is that?
Because I don't have to search you.
You
Because I detained you so you can get out of my building.
My phone. Thank you for taking the cuffs off me.
Have a good day, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I'll be going right back in.
He's going to try to come right back in. I'm not going to let this guy in.
Illegally
We're gonna lock this
arrested
building.
and detained for expressing my First
You have the
Amendment right in a public building.
Back up, please, sir.
No, thank you.
We're closed.
No, you're not.
Back up.
No, you're not.
We're not playing this. I'm
No,
not playing this
I-
with you. Back up, sir.
No,
You can't put your
please
foot
do
there.
not
You cannot put your foot there to restrict
Dude,
this.
congratulations. You just earned the state of South Carolina a humongous lawsuit.
Sir,
humongous.
please.
You guys see this? I have to fight this man right now.
You want
I
to
would
come in
suggest
here and
to you
make
that you just let me walk by.
No,
and do
I
my
don't
business
suggest
and you go
anything.
about your day.
Okay?
Okay.
Does she have the? No, sir. Please exit the building.
Or what?
You're trespassing.
No, I'm not.
Okay? Please leave, sir.
No, thank you. He's gonna love it.
Sir, do not step in.
Look at this. Ow. Ow.
Sir, do not
ow,
step
you're
in,
hurting
please.
me. Ow.
No one is hurting you. If you don't mind, please exit the building.
And again, we'll go for the circular conversation. No. No, thank you.
Okay.
Let's
You want a
do it again,
lawsuit?
boys.
Get a lawsuit.
Hey, you know, I'm gonna give you a personal thank you. You just became my new best friend. I didn't know you that well before, but now you really are, and not in jest. You are my new personal best friend. So why am I not going to the
Have a seat.
to the county? No, I'm good.
Have a seat, please.
No, thank you. And I'm actually not going in here because there are no cameras in here.
There's a body camera right here.
I don't care. I don't trust you or your.
Okay, that's fine.
camera.
Where you want to sit? You want to sit back here?
It's not going to be fine for you.
That's fine.
Say goodbye to your qualified immunity.
That's fine as well.
Am I free to go?
No.
No?
You're not.
I'm not. How come? Oh, not.
For
Okay.
trespassing.
On what?
Okay?
Trespassing?
Trespassing. That's
Okay.
right. I've asked you to leave several times. You would not leave.
Why did you ask me
Okay?
to leave? So you're just going to continue to make this worse for you in the state of South Carolina?
Who are you? What is your purpose?
You can call me good citizen. So I'm just going to sit here as long as you want me to sit here.
That's fine.
So are you gonna legally or illegally seize my phone right now, or can I have that?
No, you can have your phone.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
There you go.
That's sad that you do not know your own laws as a chief. You are my friend. You're dismissed as well. I'm gonna walk away now.
1 second.
Excuse me. Don't stop touching me.
Gotcha.
Stop touching
Okay.
me right
Well, I'd undetain him and we'll go.
Oh, there we go! Oh, undetained! Illegally detained. And look at that, the backpedaling went so far as the cuffs go.
That's right. I explained to him that he was trespassing. I no longer wanted him
Look at
recording
this,
into
the
this
use of
office.
force. You are in so much trouble, and I love it.
And that's what he
You
was
are in
doing.
so
He was
much
using the
trouble, and I love
phone.
it.
In terms of video and audio recording, South Carolina is what's known as a one-party consent state, meaning that it's a felony to record an in-person or telephone conversation without the consent of at least one party. This essentially means that you only need the consent of one person to record an interaction, and since the person filming is implicitly giving their consent to the recording by the act of filming, this essentially means that anyone can record their own interactions with anyone else without their permission, as long as it's done on public property and not in a way that constitutes harassment.
And I'm like, dude, you about to go to jail.
In bed this morning.
Or what the case may be. And you can hear him.
Wait,
Hey, you cannot curse in this
No,
building.
I can. I can say whatever the I want to you. I can say
All right,
whatever to you.
All right, I'm going to detain him, Judge.
There we go
And he's
again.
arrested.
Third time's a charm.
All right, this is a building you cannot curse.
No, I can't.
It's disorderly conduct. Okay?
No, it's not. Two different cases now. First Amendment. So, are you gonna illegally?
Yeah, this is.
You're gonna illegally seize my phone again.
No, I'm not
again.
illegally seizing anything. All right.
Let's go. I'm kind of disappointed, man. I had so much respect for you. It's not gone. I love you right now, actually.
Here you go. Have a seat.
I'm
in
so
there.
happy.
Have a seat, please, sir.
I feel threatened right now. I don't really feel like listening.
How?
Because none of these are lawful orders, so I'm not going to listen.
So you're under arrest for disorderly conduct. For disorderly conduct.
Use force
okay?
if you'd like. Let's try to.
No, I'm not going to use force.
No, I know
okay?
you're not.
So if you don't mind, please have a seat
I
in
do.
the car.
Again, I do. I want that FOIA request.
You will get a FOIA request. You will get the video, okay?
Thank you. Appreciate that. You're buddy.
Okay, man. Have a seat.
No. Use force and put me in there.
I'm not going to use force to
I
put
didn't
you in
think
there.
so. That's why I'm going to stand right here.
This is ridiculous.
You know you are in so much deep shit right now, dude. This is why you've backpedaled time and time and time again. And it's all on camera.
You cannot cuss.
Just
You
got their
cannot
jobs
cuss.
back. That's unfortunate. It's already cost so many states so much money, and you're just adding to it, man.
Okay, that's fine.
Just adding to it.
Okay. Sir, you're under arrest for disorderly conduct.
At least the phone is still recording. There we go.
You're under arrest for disorderly conduct, so please have a seat in the
Okay,
video.
put me in the car then.
I'm not going to use force
I
to
did
put you in
not
the car.
think so. Once again,
Okay.
circular conversation.
You
all day.
are a grown man.
Yes.
You can get
I'm
in this
a grown
car.
man that's making my
Okay?
own decisions.
That's
And
right,
I'm not
you
gonna
are.
get in this car unless I'm forced in there.
Okay.
So why don't you do it? If
I'm
you
not
want me
going
in
to
there?
force you to get in there.
Again,
Okay?
circular conversation. Didn't think so. I suggest you just take the cuffs off now, and you walk away and go about your day.
Okay.
Because you're already to begin with. You know
what's messed up is you're here provoking things.
No, I did not say a word to you. You came up to me.
That's right.
And caused a problem.
I got a call
You're
about you up
asking
there
the public,
recording.
Am I in restricted areas?
You're
You don't even
recording
know
in
your
that
own laws
restricted
that you're
area.
here to enforce.
Okay,
A
okay.
sad day for New Ellington.
Okay, sir.
A sad day for the state of South Carolina, man. But a happy day for me. You're going to bring a lot of publicity to this.
John would be hit with a bogus charge of disorderly conduct and released a short time later. He then went on to post his recording of the interaction on his YouTube page, and a month later the footage was released as well from the body cams. As for the chief, he resigned only a few days after the incident, pending an unrelated investigation of DV between him and his wife. It's unclear if anything came of the incident, but John must still be at it, since records show that in February of 2024, he filed a lawsuit against the nearby Allendale Police Department. The details of that case have yet to be publicized. And just like the former chief of police, this next officer also got his debut on YouTube from an auditor who wasn't happy about being pulled over.
Explain to them that the vehicle doesn't belong here, or is that...
No, the vehicle belongs here.
On January the 8th of 2023, an officer initiated a traffic stop on a very loud Lamborghini being driven by Damon Fryer. Damon is the man behind the YouTube channel Daily Driven Exotics, a channel featuring both videos about luxury cars and First Amendment police audits. On this day in particular, he had a passenger with him who filmed the interaction on his cell phone.
Hello.
See your license, please?
Yeah, sure.
It's not because of your loud exhaust.
Yeah, it's loud, isn't it?
It's a little too loud.
There you go.
Okay, look for the registration and insurance.
Yeah, it's right here. Well, pretty chill. What's really interesting is he asked me for my license, but then my insurance and my registration. But then he walked away.
He's taking pictures right now of the exhaust.
Well, that's fine. I'll ask him some questions about it, considering that the car is from Canada. I'm curious to know, like, what is the legal requirements of a tourist coming into this country, because they're not informed. Like, they don't tell you at the border if you drive across the border, which we do, and they don't tell you when you fly down, like, listen, if you're driving a car down here, it has to be within these decibel limits or any of that kind of stuff. So I'm genuinely curious. I got all my paperwork right here, so I'm just waiting for him to come back.
It looks like he's already written the ticket without your paperwork.
That's fine. I am curious to know, like, how is it if you're from another country where we don't have the law, you know, for decibel limits in Alberta? The law really states that if you have a car here in California and you're registering it, you are to follow the laws here.
California Vehicle Code Section 27150 states that every motor vehicle equipped with an internal combustion engine and subject to registration shall at all times be equipped with an adequate muffler that's properly maintained to prevent any excessive or unusual noise. Furthermore, Section 27151 specifies that this limit is a sound level of 95 decibels. The language used is very important, as Section 27150 doesn't specify whether this rule applies to vehicles that are subject to registration solely in California or in general. But he's surely not the first person to think of this little loophole, and it's generally accepted that anyone caught in California with illegal car modification is liable to be pulled over and ticketed. This is precisely why it's generally advised that people read up on their destination's local laws if they're ever traveling out of state or country.
Hey, can I use that Huntington Beach address?
Pardon me?
Is that taking the British Columbia?
What do you mean?
Is your Huntington Beach address or no?
I don't have a Huntington Beach address.
Okay.
I have my Canadian address.
Okay.
What's the issue?
Yeah, it doesn't not taking it. This is all computers. I should do a paper one.
No, but what's the issue with the car? What's the issue with the car?
The loud exhaust.
Yeah, but it's not from here. He goes, can I use your Huntington Beach address? So he knows who we are. So this officer, I think this officer is, and it is. Remember the guy who yelled at me and told me not to think? That's him.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, so we're in Costa Mesa right now then?
Yeah, still.
What? I thought I recognized. Bro, so serendipitous. It is him.
He's just pulling us over because he knows who we are.
Yep.
He's just being he's just being that guy.
I had to be very clear, when we were driving, we were in traffic. It's busy on this street, so we weren't revving or ripping around. It was very just driving normal.
He was really, had a hard time staying calm the last time. He's doing much better now.
Yeah,
He's probably watched the video. It's pretty interesting, though, that he asked me, and that was pretty funny. He's like,
can I use your Huntington Beach address?
Interesting, because it's not on your license.
And I was like, well, I don't have a Huntington Beach address. And I don't when it comes to this car.
What color is your hair?
It's brown.
What color are your eyes?
Green.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
And your weight? Let me see the registration.
Yeah, sure. So what's the issue with the car being a bit louder? It's from Canada, so it's a tourist car. It's not from here. So what would the ticket be for?
Which model is this?
It's a Murcielago. So what was interesting was you said, can you use my Huntington Beach address? I don't understand that. It's registered to the corporation in Alberta. So it's an Alberta car. It's got Alberta plates. You saw that, right? Well, you know now it's got Alberta registration. Yeah. What's the issue though? Like an out of state car driving here is just like a noise violation. What's the ticket for?
I'll show you when I get done with this.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Without a video, I need you to sign here.
Yeah, so what's the ticket for?
Once you sign, I'll explain everything to you.
You won't explain it to me before I sign it? That seems a little unfair, don't you think?
A loud muffler.
Pardon me?
Loud muffler.
What? So, I don't understand though, I want to know the law. So, how is it that the law is...
Please sign here.
So, what's the ticket for? What's it? No, I understand that. So, is it a fine or do I...
I'm warning you on the speed.
Sorry, you're warning me on the what? Yes, I'll sign it, but I need you to explain to me what the...
Recorded right now, okay, you're kind of delaying my duties.
No, I understand, but you're asking me to sign something I don't understand.
The officer walks back to his vehicle and returns moments later, still refusing to answer Damon's questions. Damon would eventually sign the ticket, but that wouldn't put an end to the matter as he made his way directly to the Costa Mesa Police Department following the stop.
I just want to know what the ticket's for. So I understand you're saying loud exhaust, but how is it a car from Canada is breaking the law?
Please sign here.
I know, but so the ticket, what's the ticket for though? Do I have to fix it? Do I have to pay a fine?
We'll explain it then that the vehicle doesn't belong here or is that...
No, the vehicle belongs here. Are Canadian cars not allowed to come to the United States? You're not going to answer any of my questions? So I'm reading right here, code, loud muffler, speed visual estimation. So what's the speed visual estimation? What, pardon me? Well, you just said that you're writing me a ticket for a loud exhaust, but now you're saying there's a speed thing on here. So you're trying to sneak something else on here and you're trying to get me to sign something.
Where do we draw the line on this one?
I don't know what you call one for.
Speeding and loud exhaust.
But you just said just loud exhaust.
I mean, he's delaying my duties right now.
All right. So I'm bringing my ticket to the office that officer's from. So I'm going to go and talk to someone, and I might even go as far as filing a complaint. I've also had a run-in with him before. He was very unprofessional. He's obviously not yelling or anything today, but he's also still being more unprofessional. And this is years later, so he has a habit of this. Hey, how's it going? Good. I just had a traffic situation with Officer Torres. First part is I'd like a little more clarification on, if a car from Canada that doesn't have the same emission standards or noise standards, the province of Alberta that the car is registered to, doesn't have a decibel issue or anything. Got it. And it's essentially exempt from, having to follow those rules when traveling here based on the treaty between Canada and the United States, just like we can drive down here on our Canadian license. So, giving me a ticket for loud exhaust, is that a city ordinance?
It's a California ordinance. California vehicle code. Can I see what he cited you for?
Yeah, so here's the reason why I have a real problem with it. He came back and said, my British Columbia address won't populate in his computer system.
Okay.
Could he use my Huntington Beach address? I said, I don't have a Huntington Beach address.
Okay.
So there's a company that I have down here that's in Huntington Beach.
Okay.
So he knows my car. He essentially knew the car, knew who I was before he even pulled me over. Because there's no information on my driver's license or on my car that would suggest that I have a Huntington Beach address down here.
Okay.
So right away, he's basically telling me indirectly, I know who you are. I know your car's down here at this location.
At some point.
And then on top of all that, he wrote on the ticket when he was trying to get me to sign it that I was speeding. And his visual estimation of me speeding is complete BS. Because we were driving through an intersection just before he pulled me over, and as in heavy flow of traffic. I'm not denying my car is probably loud based on some people's standards.
Sure.
Right? My car's foreign. It's not from here.
Okay. If you want to file a complaint,
I would, yeah.
Provide you a form. Sure. You're able to fill in the information.
Yeah, I've filled them out before. Now I got this form to fill out. This is what you got. Civilian complaint process. I'll take the loud ticket. I'm not taking the BS ticket that he tried to write me for speeding.
The ticket stated that the officer used visual estimation to conclude that Damon was speeding. Visual estimation is actually a legitimate method of judging a driver's speed. However, it wouldn't stand up in court by itself. There would have to be some other corroborating evidence to support the speeding accusation, and if it's true that Damon was caught in a heavy flow of traffic, then it's unlikely he'd be able to speed under California law. Vehicle Code 22350 says, no person shall drive a vehicle upon a highway at a speed greater than is reasonable or prudent, and in no event at a speed which endangers the safety of persons or property. In other words, California abides by the flow of traffic rule, and merely traveling over the speed limit doesn't generally constitute speeding as long as you're traveling at the same speed as everyone else. Thus, there's a good possibility that the speeding charge will be dismissed, and it's yet unclear if Damon plans to take further legal action against the department. If you think that officer was annoyed, you can't even imagine the frustration these next officers felt after their suspect slipped through their fingers 3 separate times in one single week.
Come here.
On October the 15th of 2022, officers on patrol spotted a familiar face standing outside of a bar, 27-year-old Larry Baldwin Jr., whom they'd encountered several times in the past. He was currently out of jail on bond. However, one of his bond conditions stated that he wasn't to be at any bar. The officers were also aware he had a suspended driver's license, and considering all of this, they wandered over to keep an eye on what he was doing, and that's when Larry got into his car and left the scene.
And was caught by like 3.
Allie, stop that vehicle. No lights out on 3rd, it's Larry driving.
3rd and Cameron, Wisconsin, Adam King Frank, 5827. Adam King Frank, 5827. The vehicle's taken off, southbound on 3rd.
The officer decided not to pursue Larry, as a pursuit in such a populated area would pose a safety hazard, but instead a warrant was issued for his arrest the following day. And 4 days after their initial confrontation, police caught sight of Larry once again, this time sitting in his car behind a building.
7th and Main. Stop! 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 Stop right now! Stop! He's leaving at the alley on 7.
Larry was able to make a clean getaway once again, but that wouldn't be his last brush with the law, as 4 days later, police were called to a bar in reference of a physical altercation. They arrived on scene to find people standing outside screaming and Larry walking away.
Arrest me.
What for?
I don't know. Ask the guy who's recording me for no reason.
No. You're standing out in public.
For what though? What are you walking towards him for?
Videos.
What's great? Why are you towards him? Like, I'm the one who was talking, not him.
I'm not Officer Graves. Come talk to me for a second. We got a call here at the Old South about you guys yelling at someone and...
I'm not yelling at nobody. I'm not in my business.
Okay. Larry, I gotta talk to you, man.
That's not even my name, bro.
Come over here right now. You're being detained.
What?
You're being detained.
For what?
I gotta talk to you. Come here. Come here. Stop, you're gonna get taken. On the ground. Hey. Get on the ground now. Stop now. Justin's running out to 5th, white shirt, black pants. Stop. Stop, Blair. Hey, come on, do it. Hey, do it. Stop.
He has nothing to do with the situation. Why are you guys targeting him? Can you answer that for me comfortably? Can any of you answer that? Why are you targeting him? No. He does not have. You guys have solved that. He has no warrants. He has nothing. Why the are you guys attacking him? I'm the reason you guys got called because he was recording me.
He has
okay, nothing to do with that. What the is wrong with you guys?
The caller did have a valid point. The officers did pretty much bypass her and her problems to go after Larry, but they certainly had the right to chase him as he was. At that point, a several-time escapee who they had reason to believe could have also violated the terms of his bond, not to mention his license suspension.
Arrest me, please. Because what the is that? I'm just saying, what the yo?
Sounds like he had warrants.
He didn't though.
Well, we have felony charges on him.
For what?
I don't know.
Multiple incidents.
For what? Can you guys list any felony charges before you attack another
Felony
person?
plea and second-degree repetition.
Okay, now it is.
Safety.
No, answer what? Can you? Okay, please. I'm not trying to be a psycho. I'm just saying. Can you guys please tell me why you attacked that male? Out of all the situation, you guys come here and you attack him for what?
I'm not going to talk to you.
You're not? For what?
75 status.
You're not going to talk to me? Why? How can you not answer that?
We have charges on him.
You guys literally got told because that guy was recording me. Are you guys
People can record in public. People record us all the time.
Okay,
It's not a crime to
you call
record.
the cops and you attack him. For what? That is wrong. That is wrong right there. He's the one that's
That's just him. You're looking for anything else besides him? Okay. Do we need to talk to Phil or no?
I haven't talked to him yet.
That is
I'm gonna call him.
Guess he got away this time. I don't know what her problem is.
I just pulled up.
Listen, man, because you got people talking right here.
Yeah.
Dude started saying this.
Yep. Yeah. We heard that's why we were here. Is he was recording, so she called us.
Recording people. Recording.
Yep.
That's one. That's a violation.
It's not though.
But at the same time, you're violating somebody's privacy recording.
But you're out in a public space.
Yeah.
There's no law against it. There's no law against it. So we couldn't do anything about it, but we could just tell him to stop.
When they asked him to stop, kept on.
Because he was screaming. It's her own fault.
First it was like this, normal.
I mean, she's taking something that wasn't a big deal, turning it into a huge deal. So.
Only 15 U.S. states have made it illegal to film someone without their permission, regardless of the time or place and even in public spaces. These states are referred to as two-party consent or all-party consent states. But Wisconsin is one-party consent, and as such, the filmmaker is allowed to record anyone they want as long as they're on public property and not being disruptive. But as the officer was explaining all of that to the witness, they received word that Larry's vehicle had crashed and he'd fled the scene on foot.
Yeah, what happened?
We were in an apartment down there and we heard squealing. We were about to leave to go hiking and we saw this car.
Someone might have been passed out or
So we were like, there might be a medical emergency,
Okay.
and we just walked over there. So
Yeah, this car just took off from a fight down there at Old Style Inn, so obviously he crashed into this thing here.
yeah, we just heard the crash.
we got someone passed out or something.
He's gone? No one, you guys didn't see him take off?
No, we didn't see anybody take off.
39, he crashed down here. He's gone on foot somewhere.
I was getting gas and I heard somebody squealing, so I don't know if he came out of here or what, and I looked up and he
hit the pole.
Yeah.
And then he took off.
Running that way.
Was a colored guy.
Yeah.
6 foot.
Was he wearing all black or?
White shirt. And
a white shirt.
Yeah. He tried to take off with it, and it just revved up, and he couldn't move it.
Yeah,
So,
his tires are toast on it.
Yeah.
He saw him crash into this pole here, and then he just took off running. White shirt.
Front this way.
Yeah.
Just a white shirt now?
White shirt, I think. Yeah, that's what he said.
It's running. It's open, so it's it's abandoned vehicle.
Oh, there's blood on there.
So he took off this way?
Yeah, he went running northbound.
Just pulling in. Just got some full day trade action, and I heard taser deployedness, so that's not good at 8 o'clock cast. Towards through the lot of Wells Fargo, possibly. Oh, mail.
Yeah, you see the marks here.
Yeah. So Larry Baldwin's driving this?
Allegedly. He smoked his tires, what happened? Here's a chunk of his rim.
Following his third escape attempt in an 8-day period, Larry had managed to evade police for an entire month until on November the 16th of 2022, he would be found and arrested in Monroe County. He was then extradited back to La Crosse County for processing.
We can take him to the interview room if he wants to talk to us. But,
Talk to me?
yeah.
What?
Yeah, I have to read you this sheet, but we can go in the interview room and then we can go from there. So.
About what?
But, we'll just.
Y'all make me feel real uncomfortable. What's going on?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used to in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer before questioning and have the lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one, a lawyer will be appointed for you without charge prior to any questioning. If you decide to answer questions at this time, you can stop at any time during the questioning. Do you understand these rights if I read them to you? Yes? I need a verbal yes, ma'am.
Wait.
Do you understand these rights if I read them to you?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Having those rights in mind, you wish to answer any questions I may have for you at this time. Okay. Yes. So I need a yes or no on that last question. Having these rights in mind, are you willing to answer any questions I have right now? This is regarding an investigation with you taken off from some of our officers.
That's not an investigation. Come on, we talk, man. Put that piece of paper and talk.
Larry would be booked into the La Crosse County Jail on 2 counts of second-degree recklessly endangering safety, 3 counts of vehicle fleeing and eluding, 3 counts of bail jumping, and 1 count of resisting an officer. He also received over $2,000 in citations. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one, and don't forget to subscribe.